It is wine time on the patio, and I'm Pam, your curator of wines, specializing in wines of the Midwest. Today's wine comes from Verterra Winery in Leland, Michigan. And I discovered them on a visit to Leland. We found this winery, really loved their wines. We kind of fell in love with their Pinot Blanc, which was a grape I didn't know that much about back then. But we joined their wine club and have been receiving their wines ever since, and we just love them. And this is an estate Riesling, so they grew the grapes there in Michigan. And Riesling, of course, is a German grape, and it's a very sort of confusing grape for a lot of people, because a lot of people think of Riesling as being really sweet, and it can be really sweet, and that's the confusing thing about it, because Riesling is one grape that is very much varied by the sweetness of the grapes when they're harvested. And so in Germany, they actually have categories of the wines. They're named by the sweetness when they were harvested. So the Rieslings, instead of being named for the region or just the grape, they actually have smaller category breakdowns so that you can tell when you get the German Riesling how sweet or how dry it's going to be. Now, and it can be anywhere from dry to dessert. I mean, it goes all across the board. This one is labeled, and I'll show you in a minute. So there's a company, an organization that has come out. It's the International Riesling Foundation, and they're trying to demystify Riesling. And so what they've done is they've created a scale to sort of help people determine when they get a Riesling how sweet or dry it's going to be. So this one has a scale on the back of it, and you can see it's got a scale going from dry to sweet, and this one falls in, they use their little logo here to show that they are in the dry category. So this is a dry Riesling. And so Riesling can really vary in taste by the dryness or sweetness of it. Now for October, I'm actually having a little bit of fun with my pairings, and I'm choosing some Halloween candies to pair with my wines, just for fun, because everybody's going to end up with some Halloween candy, I'm sure, by the end of October and into November. And a very famous Halloween candy is the candy corn. And this is sort of, I think, a love it or hate it sort of candy. It's not my favorite, but I've done a little something here you can probably see. So what I did is I mixed my candy corn in with some peanuts. If you toss your candy corn in with some peanuts, you're going to find that it sort of tastes like a Payday candy bar, if you know what a Payday candy bar tastes like. Because once you mix the peanuts with these pieces, they kind of take on that texture, and if you get a mouthful of a little bit of both together, you really do get that feeling like it's a Payday candy bar, which I enjoy better than just plain candy corn all by itself. Now, I found that when I'm pairing these candies with the dry Riesling, it works really well. And if you had just the candies alone without the peanuts, you could probably go with a really sweet Riesling or anywhere in between. I think it would be good with a sweeter actual Riesling with just the candy corns. But once you mix it with the peanuts, I felt like the drier Riesling worked a little bit better with it. Also, if you wanted to do a red with this combination, I think you could go with like a light red, so like a Beaujolais or a Pinot Noir, something a little softer and prettier in a red wine would probably be nice with this as well. Also, if you don't have a Riesling, and like I said, I think you could do a sweet Riesling with it, but with the peanuts, I thought the dry worked a little bit better. But you could also try I think a Pinot Grigio would be okay with it as well. And maybe even Moscato, especially if you had these alone without the peanuts. I know a lot of people around here like Moscatos, so that would work too. So again, Verterra Winery, one of my favorites in Michigan, and I'm going to be enjoying some dry Riesling with my Halloween candy mix here that I've created. And it is wine time. Cheers.